I'm currently at the Creekside Church in northwest corner of Waterloo. I am videotaping the area where dewatering has taken place in regards to vernal pond habitat. So far, in just standing here, I have been observing monarch butterflies as well as numerous bird species. This is a known habitat for the threatened barn swallow. There's photographic evidence to support. I'm filming this currently. I want to take you on a video tour of the damage. So I turned on my camera right now and I'm filming this footage today. The Waterloo Chronicle reported this incident in a publication on July the 8th. And I'm going to take you to all of the points that have been impacted by this. Okay, as you see, the fence has been removed. This is a protective barrier fence, and there's been some changing of grading or topography in this area. You see here the clay as they dug up what appears to be an aquifer of some sort. I'm going to enter into this area that is now open where the gate has been removed, and you can see the clay aquitard is absolutely exposed. Okay, so look at the cracking of all this material. Okay, now here is how they're doing it. It looks as though there's a hole dug here. There is a bit of a culvert that leads to the main wetland body, and right now it looks as though they're infiltrating the water down through a recharge zone. I don't know if there is underground piping to facilitate where this water goes or not, but you can see there is a trench that has been dug that leads to the main ponded area. So what I'm going to do is walk alongside. I'll take you here. So this obviously took heavy machinery. We have tracks in the dirt of where the machinery has crossed over in this zone here. So there is construction occurring currently over at the church. I don't know what kind of stuff they're doing, but there are footprints all over the place here in this kind of a peat-like bog thing. I don't want to disturb any of that, but I just wanted to get here to show you the angle of the pond on the other side and to show you also what kind of that was a barn swallow. These are barn swallows. There was a barn. There's one. Barn swallows. Okay, so we know this is a habitat for barn swallows. We know that if you look, it's a wetland complex that's surrounded with, there's forests nearby all along the back of these areas here. There's these prairie grasslands, which make up about 1% of the Grand River watershed currently, because so many of these areas have been destroyed. So these are like a tall prairie grassland type of land, and that's an endangered habitat range. So I would venture to say, simply based on the kind of area we're standing in, that there are populations of snakes. We know that there are turtles here. Just down this way is where the Lower Creek Nature Center is, and that's where they have confirmed Blandings turtles. I have photographic evidence of that. We have, to the west, we have confirmed Jefferson salamanders in ESPA 17, ESPA 19. So it would not be, it would be possible that there could be Jeffersons that were involved with this particular ponded system. Snakes come to mind. I know for sure that ESPA 17 has ribbon snake confirmed. We also have milk snakes and other animals. With this kind of a grassland area, we could have there's a huge amount of different animals which would make use of this kind of a terrain. And so I'm looking at this as a long established wetland that has been disrupted knowingly by whatever construction company was able to extract all this. And right now the water isn't being seeped away through a drain, it seems to be seeped away through a natural recharge zone that they dug up knowingly. There had to be an EIS study to facilitate the building of that facility. And in that EA study, I'm sure there's no plausible deniability on what species were here. It is beyond me to understand why they would do this, but I can speculate, I can say in my own opinion, that Conservation Drive right now on the main road that feeds into this is currently under an EA process. It's called the Beaver Creek Watershed Study. They want to build subdivisions across the street from here, basically, in close proximity, between here and Laurel Creek Nature Center. So it would be to someone's economic benefit, I'm sure, if there were less ecological constraints like rare species to have to deal with. And I'm here recording this because this is par for the course in terms of most of the planning projects I've been involved with, where you will see the knowing destruction of a wetland complex or a habitat, either during EA studies, prior to completion, or with the absence of an EA study altogether. So I just wanted to get that on video. Thank you very much. And if you look over there on the line, there are 3 birds. And I'm going to walk towards them because I believe those are the barn swallows. They've been flying over my head as I'm filming this. There's 2 more. Okay, the barn swallows. There's at least 5 here that I'm looking at, just filming this. Here's another in the distance. So the birds are here. And they rely on wetlands like this to provide them with their food. We're talking mosquitoes, flies, insects of all sorts. I've observed monarchs using this area, which is another species of special concern right now globally. It sickens me to know that this is occurring at a church. I've seen a lot of ugliness politically, but I find spiritually, for me, knowing this is beside a church, that's a tough pill to swallow. The birds are in the bush in front of me. I don't know what type those ones are. Hang on. Like, I'm sickened by this. This isn't right. And we have to do better than this because there's not many habitats left. We're dealing with less than 10% of the natural wetlands remaining in Ontario, and they've been under direct attack. And our government is not working reasonably in compliance to the Species at Risk Act, which is clearly designed to protect the life of these animals. And it's clearly not working. I'm watching the birds as they land on the pond still, while the water's going away through a recharge zone. Would somebody please help save these animals? Thank you kindly for your time. My name's Louisette Lontang.